I've been let down my whole life.
Right.
Right? I had expectations, and everyone I had expectations let me down. And I didn't want this relationship ruined.
Did you tell her that?
I told her
that, but did you really mean that?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't mean it. I wanted to see if she take the exit.
Right.
Like if he giving me sometimes
I'm gonna take it.
And sometimes you give someone an out and see if they take it.
Yeah.
And if they take it, that's what they really want.
You really thought Yung Joc and Kendra were doing fine? Think again. Things just took a wild turn. Rumors are flying that Kendra is pregnant, but the twist? Joc's not the father, and the man who actually is? That part will leave you speechless, because it's not just some random guy. It's someone Joc knew and trusted. When Joc found out, it was like something straight out of a reality show. There was yelling, chaos, and even paparazzi showing up at their house. The person Kendra was secretly seeing is someone close, way too close for comfort. Once the truth came out, Joc didn't just get mad, he completely lost it. So, who is this guy, and how did Kendra hide this for so long? Buckle up, because what's going on in Joc and Kendra's life right now is next level. Just when people thought they were done with scandals and drama, this came out and turned everything upside down. If you followed their relationship, you already know it's been a messy ride. Cheating rumors, public embarrassment, and drama all over TV. And through all of it, Kendra stuck by Joc. Honestly, she had the patience of a saint, but it looks like even she had a breaking point. And this new development might ruin everything. Here's what we know. Kendra is pregnant. Normally that would be happy news, but not this time. Because Joc, he's not the father. And it gets worse. Joc didn't even hear it from her directly. He found out through a leaked medical report. That report confirmed the pregnancy and also revealed that the baby isn't his. Once it hit the internet, social media exploded. People couldn't believe Kendra had done this, especially after all the times Joc defended her. Joc was out when he started getting bombarded with calls and messages. The headlines were brutal. Kendra pregnant, but Joc isn't the father. At first, he thought it was fake, some kind of joke. But then he saw the actual report. That's when everything fell apart. Witnesses say he was pacing, sweating, looking like he was in shock. He threw his phone across the room, completely losing it. He kept saying, "This can't be real." But it was. And when he realized Kendra had been lying to him all along, he jumped in his car and raced home. Things got even more intense from there. When he walked in, Kendra was just sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone like nothing happened. Joc slammed the door and asked her straight up if she had something to tell him. She didn't even flinch, just looked at him and said, "What are you talking about?" Joc pushed harder, asking her not to play games. That's when she finally said, "I'm pregnant. That's all you need to know." His reaction? His face turned red, and you could see the anger building. He grabbed her phone and asked, "If it's not mine, then whose is it?" Kendra looked him in the eye, smirked, and said, "Does it matter?" That was it. Joc lost it. He kicked over furniture, punched the wall, and started yelling. But Kendra? She sat there calm as ever. And just when you thought things couldn't get worse, guess who walked in? Kirk Frost. Yep, the same Kirk who's had his own cheating scandals and who's been close to Joc for years. When Joc saw him, it clicked. He turned to Kendra and asked, "It's him, isn't it?" And Kendra, with her arms crossed, said, "Well, now you know." Joc went straight for Kirk. Security had to hold him back as he screamed, "You're supposed to be my brother. How could you do this to me?" And Kirk? He laughed. He actually laughed and said, "Hey man, it just happened." That's not even the worst part. Joc was dragged out of the house while Kendra and Kirk stood there together, watching him lose it. But Joc isn't the type to walk away quietly. Word is he's already called his lawyers. He's ready to take this to court and start a full-on war. And Kendra? She might have just picked a fight she's not ready for. Kirk, too. Joc isn't letting this go. Social media is loving the drama. Everyone's talking about how Kendra really did Joc dirty and how Kirk needs to sit down. People are saying Joc better get legal help fast because this is getting out of control. But here's the real question. How long has this been going on? And did Kendra really think she could hide it? This scandal isn't over. In fact, it's only just begun. Joc learning that Kendra is pregnant with Kirk's baby, that's only the tip of the iceberg. After being kicked out, Joc reportedly sat in his car for 15 minutes, gripping the steering wheel in silence. He was furious, trying not to lose control. And honestly, can you blame him? This wasn't just about betrayal, it was humiliation. Kirk didn't even try to act sorry. He laughed in Joc's face. And while Joc was sitting there trying to calm down, his phone started blowing up again. This time it wasn't gossip blogs. It was photos of Kendra and Kirk out at a fancy lounge in Atlanta, holding hands, looking completely unbothered. The pictures hit the internet fast and the headlines were wild. Kendra and Kirk step out together, new Atlanta power couple. Joc left behind. Joc saw those pictures and lost it. He called Kendra. No answer. Called Kirk. Straight to voicemail. He left angry messages, yelling that they better call him back and saying they thought this was a joke. But Kirk? He went live on Instagram. Yes, live, sitting next to Kendra. She was sipping wine while Kirk told viewers to mind their business. Joc saw the live video in real time and reportedly screamed before jumping in his car again. He drove straight to Kirk's house. And what happened when he got there? Kendra was just standing there, sipping her drink like nothing was happening. Meanwhile, things were getting heated between Joc and Kirk. It got so loud that neighbors thought someone was being robbed and called security. When the guards arrived, they had to physically separate the two men. Joc was yelling that it wasn't over and he wasn't done with Kirk. And Kirk? He just laughed and told him, "Yes, you are." Security ended up kicking Joc out. He walked away with a bloody lip and a ripped shirt. Kirk, on the other hand, stood at the door, calm as ever, fixing his chain like he had nothing to worry about. But it didn't stop there. While Joc was driving home, angry and embarrassed, another bomb dropped. A new video started making rounds online, one that made everything worse. In the video, Kendra is sitting in a dark hotel room talking to a man whose face isn't clearly shown. But you can hear what they're saying, and it's messy. Kendra tells the guy that Joc still thinks they're working things out, and he has no idea what's really going on. The man replies, "Well, what he doesn't know won't hurt him." Then Kendra says she's just waiting for the baby to be born, and once the DNA results are in, Joc will have to move on. Within minutes, social media blew up. People couldn't believe it. Was Kendra planning this from the beginning? Fans started calling for Joc to get a lawyer fast. It was clear now. Kirk and Kendra weren't just messy, they were straight up reckless. And Joc? He saw the video too. Sources said he was walking around his house, furious, repeating the same words over and over. "She played me. She really played me." Now Joc isn't just upset, he's ready for payback. Word is he already called his lawyers. He's supposedly planning to sue both Kirk and Kendra for emotional damage and defamation. And he might actually have a strong case. People close to the situation say Joc and Kendra had a prenup, and if he can prove her cheating caused him emotional stress and public embarrassment, she could lose more than her relationship. She could lose a lot of money. Kirk and Kendra have gone radio silent. Sources say Kirk's dodging calls and Kendra's straight up vanished. But Joc? He's not letting this slide. He's already locked in an interview with a major media outlet and is ready to spill everything. Turns out, Kendra was pregnant with Kirk's baby, and that was just the beginning. After the fight at Kirk's place, Joc lawyered up with a team known for handling big industry names. He wasn't trying to keep this quiet, he wanted the world to know. Insiders claim Joc had receipts. He'd been tracking Kendra's shady behavior for months. Phone logs, bank records, even security footage. And the worst part? He found out Kirk was using money from their shared business account to wine and dine Kendra. Hotels, dinners, gifts. Basically, Joc was funding his own betrayal. Now, Joc's legal team is eyeing fraud and embezzlement charges. When the news broke, social media lit up. People weren't just mad at the cheating. They were outraged Kirk used Joc's money. Then, Kirk tried to play it cool, posting a photo in front of a Rolls-Royce with Kendra in the passenger seat. But the internet wasn't buying it. People dragged them for flaunting stolen love and stolen money. Joc hit back hard, interviewed on The Breakfast Club, dropped a diss track, and it shot to number 3 on iTunes. Meanwhile, more women came forward. About Kirk and Kendra? She's reportedly out of his house and talking to a divorce lawyer.